Hello, I am Henry John Griffin, and today I'm going to be talking about not asking setup questions and how setup questions have been really bad, and that they are bad for you, because when you are asking a setup question, you are choosing to make a red choice, which means you are choosing to get upset when you ask a setup question. This is why we don't ask setup questions. We take our times not to ask setup questions. So we have to practice not asking a setup question to be able to take our time. And just by taking our time is, first I'm going to give you what a setup question is. Now, what exactly is a setup question? A setup question is the brain a computer, which particularly you're not able to get the answer you want, so you get upset. Stephanie had told me about asking people setup questions. Now, I don't need to ask, just like I don't need to ask if I could talk to my dad later, because I already know I could talk to my dad later. Just like I don't need to ask if he could do questions with me later, because I already know he can. What has fallen into a setup question is asking the same one over and over again. Yes, it is annoying, but it may not be good to set people up and have you be upset and even make yourself upset by asking a setup question. Asking a setup question can be really bad and can have painful consequences if you do that. This is why we are not going to ask setup questions, because we don't want to have the consequences that we have been looking for. Most of all, asking setup questions in general just leads to bad, dangerous consequences that you don't want. We have remembered and said that we're not going to ask setup questions. Yeah, it does sound kind of cool that I seen Alex on the iPad when I was talking to Stephanie, and that I had seen my counselor, Alex. But we're not going to go downstairs and ask, is Catherine nonfiction, because they will say no to me. Grandma Donna will for sure say no to me. Grandma Donna will say Catherine is not nonfiction, or Catherine is not a true book. That's why I'm not going to ask those people setup questions, because we don't want to hear the answer. So, I'm here to tell you how to be safe and how I could get on my phone and play with my phone and wait until my dad wants to talk. When my dad wants to talk, then he'll let me know that he wants to talk or do questions with me. But for now, I'm not going to ask my dad any more setup questions.